Alright, gentlemen.
I'm not doing an intro on this one.
Welcome to the apocalypse.
That's nice.
Burner.
Inspiring.
Oop. Gotta hit loop. There we go. Yemen, October 1st, 2004.
Scared.
The provincial Al-Assad Hotel in Sana'a, Yemen. We see people entering and exiting the building, dozens walking past on the sidewalks, street vendors, taxi drivers, they all line the approach, hollering and clamoring for attention and business as the crowds bustle past. A man exits a silver Lexus LS. Go ahead, describe yourself and how you take the scene in on this bustling Arab street.
I mean, I'd imagine that I'm trying to be incognito, sitting there, keeping a keen eye. Little twitches as things I may or may not have seen before trigger some thoughts. A loud bang of a trash can lid being closed, you know. It's like, oh, shit. But generally just scoping it out.
Go ahead and roll alertness.
Are these alphabetical?
I believe so.
Oh, there it is. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh,
Oh.
hate to see it.
Mm-hmm. You walk up the stairs and enter the lobby. As you walk in, you take a look behind you. One last glance at the street, at the buildings. If there's somebody there, somebody out of place, you can't see them. You walk almost straight into a man who you recognize. Qasim! Qasim! He picks you up if you bump into him. His name is Tarek. Your asset and suspected terrorist financer. The pair of you head towards an elevator, guarded by a stern-looking man with no uniform and an AK. Are you well, my friend?
he's asking me
Yeah.
as well as I can be.
I know... I should have mentioned this entire conversation is in Arabic, but I know there's a lot riding on this, whether we succeed or fail, but you have to promise me, Qasim, you're certain that all of the terrorists here will be killed, that no one will know we're working with the Americans? My family will be safe, yes?
This is Tariq asking me?
Yes.
Am I gonna have to roll like a bluff or anything? Is there a roll for that?
Bro, you don't get to know that. Just fucking, we gotta wait.
Yeah, go ahead and roll persuade. Since you asked.
Yeah, let's...
Oh. Not very confident, huh? It's okay. He failed his human roll, so he smiles at you like an idiot, like.
Oh boy.
Then all will be well.
This is-
And he'll clasp you on the shoulder. He's like, you'll see. As you guys round the bend and approach the elevator. The guard gives you the nod. You two step in. It's not like the elevators we know. It's barely big enough to fit 2 or 3 people. You're stuffed in. It's like being in the pantry. Ding! He presses the button for the 9th floor. Slowly, inexorably, it starts to rise to the top. The doors part. Roll past. At the end of the hall, 2 more men, similar nondescript garb, also armed with AKs, standing outside the doorway. You approach and they search the pair of you. Satisfied everything's clean, they beckon you into the suite. Not much time now. He glances out the window. Well, where are you standing? Let me just say this. Let's get some point of order on this.
Is there a map of the room?
There's not, but it's a fairly simple hotel room. There's a bedroom, there's a living room with a little kitchenette. The living room's got the window.
Is there like a table or something in the living room?
Yes.
Like up against the window?
Pretty close.
Alright. I'll kind of, like I'm like a table, like 2 chairs.
Yeah.
I'll like, and like beckon him to sit across the table from me.
Alright. He takes a seat. Obviously stressed by the situation. He's nervous, fidgety. He glances out the window at a rapidly approaching column of vehicles. He says, there. They arrive. 6 SUVs, led by a motorcycle, pull up to the front in a loose formation. A single Toyota Hilux pickup truck trails behind. Individually, the satellite image displays tracker for each of them. One second.
Pull it out.
I don't like the situation I'm in right now.
Yeah, real quick.
Yeah?
I'm saying you got in there quick.
Yeah?
Went in fast. Alright. Go ahead, roll alertness.
This is the one.
Indeed. This also should have been up the entire time. I didn't realize that wasn't on the right layer. Sorry. 20%. Okay. It's a success. As you look down, you see a man, a woman, and 4 men openly sporting their AKs exit the vehicles and approach the lobby. They head inside. A few minutes later, the elevators to the floor open with a soft ding, and they disembark, heading towards the suite. The lead man, a smiling, personable Afghani in ornate religious garb, saunters through security, his guard in tow. They're not searched. The woman stops to speak to the 2 doormen in hushed Farsi. The cleric, the Afghan, approaches the pair of you, flanked by his bodyguards, and greets you both, kissing each cheek. "Peace be upon you, brothers," he says.
And peace be upon you. Assalamu alaikum.
Alright, go ahead and roll alertness again. Oh yeah, alright. The woman looks up straight at you, pausing her conversation with the 2 guards. She stares sharply for a moment before resuming her conversation in hushed Farsi again. In the split second that all this transpires, you confirm that both she and the cleric are here, your targets. As he finishes greeting you, the cleric says, "Come, brothers, let us join in prayer before we begin."
Okay. I'm assuming there's mats out somewhere? Or
It's more of a verbal thing.
are we holding hands?
Did you read your document before the game?
I have it open right in front of me.
Not the character one, the briefing.
Yeah, the Wanderlust brief.
Yeah,
Where's that at?
it's just for him.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. He gestures for the four of you to sort of stand in the center of the living room for this prayer.
Do you have the beads?
No, you're supposed to say you forgot yours.
Or yeah, do you have an extra pair? Mine are downstairs.
I do not.
Oh, well, I'll be right back.
The guards stop. They block your path for a second, and they look at him. And he looks at you and just nods, and they relent and step back. He says to them in clipped Arabic, "You can search him when he comes back. There'll be no problem." And the door is open.
I'll head to the elevator and make my way downstairs.
What do you feel as it descends slowly 9 stories to the ground?
I feel uneasy. And I hope that everything is going to fall in place as it's supposed to. Even though I feel like I've been in this situation hundreds of times before.
Roll a sanity check for helplessness at that thought.
Wow.
Is there an actual tab for that on this, or is it just like a D100?
For sanity, you can actually click the sanity points button below your stats.
Sanity points button.
It's like you see there's a button for luck and everything too. Oh. Smooth operator. He's made it. Ding! Psh. The door's open. You exit towards the stairs at the main entrance, pulling your beads from the coat pocket, turning them over in your hand.
As they're in my hand.
Sorry.
Oh.
Go on.
I was just going to say I'll take them, open up my breast pocket, and tuck them in.
Step out into the street, still on the steps. You see each of the vehicles has 4 or 5 guards in it, all armed, all staring at the pedestrians walking past. A second later, a white Land Rover rapidly pulls up next to the taxis and street vendors out front. Basically parked right in front of you. The driver pops open the passenger door. What do you do?
Geronimo?
Oh,
Says Squanto. As you look, a second man sits in the back seat, a second rifle pointed at your head. They nod, and you get in. Boom. The door slams, and they speed off. As dozens of black-clad men with suppressed M4s appear out of the surrounding buildings and begin approaching the target building. Gotta say, you're one cold spook, brother.
Can't say that.
Means spy, dumbass.
He can say it. He can say it. It's fine.
Oh boy.
Aye.
And nudge him after I say that.
Just laughs. In the distance, the sound of automatic fire rings out. It's suppressed thwack, thwack, thwack of the M4 and the heavy metallic bang of AKs. Blackout. We fade back in a few days later. This time we're in a nondescript office, a conference room, packed full, standing room only, 20 or more people maybe. Everyone's in suits. They start trickling out the door, talking and congratulating each other. It's October 9th. On the far wall is a projection of slides showing 3 targets, each named. Tariq, the cleric El Anwar, and the woman, Smith Booth, each labeled deceased, deceased, and missing, respectively.
Fuck.
An older Latino man, pudgy, stooped, a 2-piece Kmart suit, shaking the hand of the deputy director. It's a balding man with wireframe glasses as they converse in hushed tones. Your boss, Diego Montoya, finishes shaking the director's hand and approaches. Jason, you did great, son. The operation was a complete success. You should get some rest.
Yeah. Rest. That's easy for me.
Take a few weeks. We'll talk when you're ready.
Well, you'll know where to find me. And I'll pull a flask out of my jacket and draw from it.
We fade out. 11 days later. It's October 20th. Satellite photo shows us an upper-class neighborhood. From a brown SUV, a few houses away from his target, a large and stoic African-American man sits, watching his target house with a blank expression, his hand sitting near a suppressed Glock 43 as a rent-a-cop security guard rides past in a white Jeep, oblivious. He remains unnoticed and relaxes slightly. Go ahead and describe yourself.
There is a little physical description thing I forgot that you had that in the sheet.
Yeah, I know. I can't. I didn't want to interrupt. But how do I get my character sheet up in front of me while I'm watching the same thing? What's the hotkey?
The third tab on top of the scroll chat box.
I don't know if they have actual key for it yet. But yeah. Click journal and then you should see it there.
I thought it was a hotkey. Gotcha.
There might be one, I just don't know it.
Handsome as hell. Not too charismatic, you know. A little dead behind the eyes. In good physical shape. But getting a little older, you know what I mean? Not past his prime a little.
All right.
What am I rolling?
Go ahead and roll alertness for me.
So can I click alertness to roll it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Um,
All right.
It's like a greenish button or something.
no modifier, just submit.
Yeah. Oh.
Yikes.
Teachable moment. Not only is it a fail, it's a fumble. So all of the any duplicate numbers, 11, 22, 33, etc., is either a critical success or a critical failure. In this case, it's a failure. Typically that means something extra bad happens.
That's great. How do I see the actual numerical value behind the roll, or is it just a 77%?
It's out of
77.
Yeah, so you see
So
how
it's roll on 77?
at the top it says 70%. That's your actual base rating. Because
Okay.
you're over by 7,
Gotcha.
if it was 70 or below, then it's a success.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. So you glance quickly in the mirror. I imagine he's kind of laid back in the seat, a little bit out of sight, as much as a giant individual like that can be. And you see, for a minute, the security guard brake checks halfway up the street and creeps closer to the gun. And the guard begins to drive away again. And from your window you hear bang, 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 bang. A little kid, maybe 10 years old, Spanish, riding on a bicycle, gestures to roll the window down. He knocks
Give him
again.
give him the like the below your neck back and forth. Nah, keep it moving.
He shakes his head. No. He taps on the window again, looking around.
I crack the window and tell him to get the fuck out of here.
Holds up a middle finger. He says, "Yeah, fuck you too." Jimmy says no go. Dinner's on him. And he gets on his bike and does a wheelie and rides off down the street. You watch as a man and a woman dressed up like they're going to the Ritz get into their Maserati 3200 and pull out of the driveway from the house you're watching, going in the opposite direction. We fade out. We cut back as you arrive at a garage, this time in a different vehicle. Obviously, several hours have passed. Park the car inside. From a small locker on the wall, you fish out your wallet, cell phone, your real keys to your car, to your house, along with a burner phone. Pull out the burner and dial a number. Smooth! Talk to me. Hello?
Hello.
Smooth? What's up, man? Hey, listen. I'm sorry about that. I didn't have any other choice. It was out of my hands. All right, he knew somebody who made some money, and he reached out to Nikki. It's a fucking mess over here, all right? I know you don't like working that way. Neither do I. You know, just came up the last minute. Didn't have any other way to get to you.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it.
Hey, listen. Something tells me he'll be fucking up again real soon. Keep it close, alright? And, how about you come by the store? I'll get you 2, maybe 3 cannolis for your trouble. Or I could send him to the track. You know, call it a retainer.
All right, maybe I'll see you there.
Alright, I'll get at you. Click. We fade out again. This time, find ourselves over Charlotte, North Carolina.
Dude, is that the Thirsty Beaver?
That is the Thirsty Beaver.
I've been there.
I know. Jason Kane is mildly sauced at the bar inside.
Hell yeah.
What's going through his mind post operation?
Well,
knowing
if you've ever,
knowing he
if
got
you've
his
ever
asset
been-
killed.
If you've ever been to the Thirsty Beaver, you'd know that there's a set of deer horns on the wall when you walk. It's covered in bras and panties. So I'm at the jukebox, just putting quarters in, looking up. Looking at the sizes. XL, double XL. Slamming a shooter on the top of the jukebox, shoot it, and throw it against the wall.
Hell yeah. What's he putting on? What song? Circa 2004.
You know, again, you've been to Thirsty Beaver. It's a bunch of bikers, chopper heads. A lot of meth probably being done in that place. So I'd imagine there's some country hootenanny going on. And all of a sudden you hear the record scratch from the old box. And it pick up another disc and you hear, now shake it, up, baby. Shake it up, baby. Twist and shout. And I'm just taking shots off the bar like I'm in Pulp Fiction, dude, and just slinging them against the wall.
Oh boy.
So you sway and hit a brick wall to your left. You look, and there's this absolute unit of a man. Flannel, long beard, biker's chains, tattoos, the whole nine. Standing next to him is a buxom blonde. They saddle up next to you. She eyes you up and down with a sly smile, touches your upper arm, and slides around you to get at the bartender. Her hand lingers for a moment on your back. You hear the man cough in your direction, and you look over as he dances a poker chip, stylized with a spade across it, over his scarred, hair-covered knuckles, before sliding it to you. The woman returns with 2 shots, both of which they slam down. She kisses you on the cheek. You feel her slip a napkin into your pocket, and they leave, very handsy. You pull it out. You see a 10-digit phone number and a 13-digit alphanumeric hash.
Right. I'm gonna go to the phone booth, which is also still at the Thirsty Beaver, and give it a call.
As you dial, phone rings 5, maybe 6 times before an elderly man's voice answers. Cisco, Ames, and Green, how may I direct your call?
ZFB 2A, 9F13, 9QNG.
One moment, please. And then a single ring. This time a different man's voice answers. Richmond Airport. Arrivals. Terminal D. 5 a.m. Pickup's name is Smooth. Federal Courthouse at 6. Click. He hangs up. As we cut over to Palm Beach, where Smooth is checking a P.O. box. Inside is a stack of envelopes, mostly addressed to Daughter Time LLC. Mostly bills, a few demos, things like that. At the bottom of the stack is a single green envelope. Inside, he finds a red-eye ticket from Orlando International to Richmond with a note that says, "Trial run, pack light, tools provided. Contact's name is Kane. Burn after reading." Make a navigate roll.
Oh.
Did you hear the actual... What was in the
I heard
envelope?
everything except for Blake's character's name and the role.
Kane. His name is... The contact's name is Kane. Kane.
Okay, and then you said a roll of what?
Navigate.
Okay.
Your mic is cutting out a lot, Chase.
I don't know. Fucking...
And
Is your sound suppression on, maybe?
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Could be. Turn it off, see if that works. That's not really your locale, but do the math. Pretty sure you barely have enough time to go home, get some clothes thrown into a bag, and make it into Orlando. Catch the red eye. Cut back to the Richmond arrivals terminal following morning, 5:30 a.m. October the 21st. The terminal is mostly empty. A few bleary-eyed passengers emerge, looking around for loved ones, flagging a cabbie or stopping for a smoke. This short, diminutive man makes eye contact with this dark-skinned giant, and the two of you gravitate towards one another. Why don't you go ahead and actually describe yourself now, Blake?
All right, I'm about 5'9", olive skin, got long, kind of unruly black hair, a lot of stubble, and just this stinking mustache, dude, that just screams pilot. I've got the look and the stare of someone that's been in the military, but if you saw me now, you wouldn't know. And I look drunk. Which is probably a good guess.
Yeah, make a luck roll. Let's see if you are or not. Fucking wasted, baby. All right. Still lit from a night at Thirsty Beaver Saloon.
So you don't think I took some on the plane? Think I'm flying sober?
You flew?
Oh, I thought I did. That's how hammered I am. I'm at the airport. I'm like, I don't even remember getting on the plane.
Oh yeah, you're picking him up, so yeah. All right. What are you driving? What kind of car does he have?
Got like a 1997 Subaru Outback.
Hell yeah.
Just ripped up cases of 36 racks of Busch Light all through. Like, I had to put the back seats down for all the boxes that are back there.
All right. Smooth.
You could tell it was a nice car when I got it.
Any reaction or just like this fucking guy? What's your take on this whole thing? Is this fairly obviously drunk guy has come to pick you up?
I'm indifferent about it. He means almost nothing to me.
Deep. All right.
I figured it'd be like that scene in Wolf of Wall Street when Donnie shows up to the deal all fucked up.
Yeah.
It's like, you fucking come correct. Yeah.
I just know that I would just kill him in a heartbeat if I need to, and that it's just a minimal inconvenience at this point.
Beautiful. All right. You take your day bag, you put it in the back seat next to the graveyard of Bush Light. It's about a 30-minute drive to the courthouse. The meet's supposed to be. You guys talk on the way there? Or?
As Smooth throws his bag in the back, you know, pick him up at the airport, he closes the trunk and he kind of walks to the passenger side. I like, you should drive. And I'll toss him the keys.
Do you?
And
No, he's driving.
Just throws him back. Basketball
I've got
passes.
a lot of practice. I was just looking out for you. I'll hop in the seat and you just hear
All right. You've obviously driven this route before. It's about a 30-minute drive from the airport all the way over to the courthouse.
So what's your name, man? Smooth, right? Who called you in for this job?
I just stare at him and then look back to the road.
Tough guy. All right. You want one of these? I got plenty back here somewhere. And like as I'm driving out.
Jesus Christ. Oh, man.
I'll hand him one. No? All right. I'll finish the one I have. Check it out the window. I'll just keep on driving.
All right. After a little under half an hour, pull up to the courthouse. Walk up the steps. Get your bearings inside. As you get to the security checkpoint, the guard immediately looks at the pair of you. Looks down, something behind the counter. Looks back at you. And waves you through the metal detectors, leading you to a secluded storage room. Inside, it's a slim, dark-skinned woman, older, graying hairs tugged back into a short ponytail, Glock 19 in the open on her right hip, badge around her neck that says Treasury. She's holding a pair of steaming coffee cups, one for the both of you. And next to her on the table is a small blue folder, stamps and government markings on it. Why don't you guys go ahead and roll alertness? All right. Smooth, you catch a glimpse of the sticker, and I'm just gonna DM you this in Discord. It's upside down, but you're able to piece it together. As Kane accepts the coffee and immediately trips and spills it on himself. Oh.
I ask him what that is.
What, the folder?
Yeah.
We'll get to that, she says. She just looks with disdain at your partner.
We all do.
Thanks for getting here on such short notice. She sizes the pair of you up before she continues. What you're about to hear is classified, naturally. You've been folded into Joint Terrorism Task Force 212 for the duration of this op. Consider it a trial run, tasking you with sanitization and cleanup. It's standard issue after one of us retires. But you'll be briefed on that when you get to the secondary spot. First things first, 2 of you are headed over to Pennington Gap. It's about 5 hours west of here to rendezvous with the last team member. He's currently inside a secure housing unit at USP Lee. Your official cover is that of 2 deputy U.S. Marshals. She looks at Kane. Since you have some experience with this sort of thing, you'll take the lead. She turns to Smooth and kind of gives you the up-down. She goes, no offense, but you hardly pass for a Fed. She reaches into the folder, hands over a bundle of paperwork marked prisoner transport, and drops a bag on the table. Inside are 2 identification badges, 2 physical badges, identify you both as U.S. Marshals, as well as a pair of 2nd Gen Glock 22s, 2 holsters, 2 magazines apiece. The name on Kane's ID is Deputy U.S. Marshal Tim Anders. The name on Smooth's is Deputy U.S. Marshal Marvin Owens. Once you get to Lee, once you have him in custody, it's a 12-hour drive, headed to upstate New York, Schenectady. There's a post office there, where a P.O. box is waiting, watched over by a friendly. This operation is extremely time-sensitive. Once you arrive at the post office, you'll have at maximum 48 hours to complete your objectives, and that's pushing it. When the window's over, we'll meet back here for debrief. You can reach me on this burner. She hands one over.
Well, I'm in charge. I'll take that.
So she's gonna say, she basically surmise it, that he's, explosives, demolitions, and computer expert. A specialist of sorts. All you have to do is, hand them the paperwork and keep your mouth shut. They'll release you in, or they'll release him into your custody. You'll have a little over 3 days to get him back once he's signed for. Keep in mind right now it's Thursday. She'll hand over a civilian treasury auditor's badge, the photo ID matching that of the dossier you guys just got handed. Although the badge name says Terry Ford, along with a small backpack full of a change of clothes for him. She'll say, the badges are real. You're in the system, but the IDs are paper thin. They won't pass anything more than light scrutiny at best. Try not to call attention to yourselves. She'll toss you over. Smooth. She'll toss you the keys to a Ford. So there's a Crown Vic outside. Feel free to use it for the duration. Tools and suits in the trunk. Good luck, gentlemen. Contact me when you're ready. She walks out of the room.
Okay.
Well, Marvin? You ready?
Give him a nod.
Just
The
remember.
sooner I get out of this guy's company, the better.
Just remember, I'm in charge. She said it. So whatever I say goes. I'll give him a little bump.
All right.
I'll head out to the Crown Vic. I'll collect the bag, obviously, with the weapons and all of our identification and everything in it.
It's all in the trunk.
I thought she plopped a.
Well, no,
bag
she
down
gave
in the
you
room.
the guns and the badges and stuff. There's other stuff in the trunk. I don't know if you guys want to check that out first, but
Yeah.
all right.
Go out to the car and pop the trunk and take a look. See.
It's a smorgasbord of criminal activity in here. The 5-gallon bucket filled with folded up plastic sheeting, tarp, boxes of work gloves, latex gloves, various power tools, pry bar, fire axe, bolt cutter, fire extinguisher, cleaning supplies, bleach, PPE masks, Mossberg 500, the box of about a dozen slugs, a couple small storage spins, and Kane, what you recognize immediately as a burn bag. Something that sensitive documents go into to be destroyed.
What the fuck? No, just.
It's...
Yeah, never close that trunk.
Yeah. You guys roll somewhere to get changed and kit up, or?
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. We'll like probably leave, like direct site, go to like a parking garage or something. If I'm assuming if it's a courthouse, there's got to be like a parking garage or something.
For sure. There's one. I think it's a little bit to the north.
Yeah. I'll obviously check in with my partner Marvin. You ready to hop into these suits and get this done, Marv?
Yeah. We pull up to the parking garage in the corner.
Pretty sure
Shady
it's
area, no cameras.
that one over there is the parking garage. All right.
I'm getting dressed in the parking garage. Like I just got home from work. I'm like kicking my shoes off, you know, like. So man, what's your deal, dude? How'd you get here? What's your thing? I'll tell you my thing.
I reluctantly listen to his thing without sharing any details about myself.
No. That's not how this works. It's a give and a take. Name's Kane. You already knew that. Like cinching up the tie. I'm like kind of worried now. I'm like, fucking weird.
Yeah, as I finish changing into the clothes, I sit back in the car and wait for him.
All right.
I'm gonna finish, like tuck my shirt in, button up the jacket, and be like, and just piss in the parking garage real quick.
Those kitties are full right now.
You're basically just playing Jimmy McNulty.
Such a piece of shit.
As I finish, I like obviously, you know, like
Piss on yourself a little bit.
yeah. Oh.
Hey, make a piss roll. Let's see if you make it through. No.
Dude, no, I will.
Oh boy.
Do I dribble on my own balls?
This is a game with serious consequences.
This is make or break for the campaign, fellas.
Is this? You want me to roll luck or what?
Yeah, go ahead.
Guys.
Go ahead, roll luck. Let's see it. Oh yeah.
Fuck, dude.
He beat on himself. Jesus Christ.
It's
All right. Yeah.
No worries.
As you as this is going on, Smooth, you pop the glove and there's a folded up like Rand McNally atlas in there. You can see it's a good like 5 hours to Pennington Gap over to the prison. Both you guys go ahead and make a navigate roll for me.
You know I ain't gonna be able to do it.
Oh. Right.
That's not good.
Go ahead. Just one of you go ahead and roll 1d6. Okay. Smooth, go ahead and make a drive roll for me.
Drive. Jesus, by 2?
Oh, man. It takes all of 5 hours to get there, as you're stuck in the car with the rapidly sobering Jason Kane.
Piss smelled.
Yeah, for flavor, did I like piss my pants? Like, you know when like you don't get it all the way out of the boxers? Did I just like piss on my own shoe on accident? You know, I'm like, oh fuck.
Yes, that was my understanding.
Okay, all right. So I'm not totally fucked. All right. All right. Pennington Gap.
Welcome to USP Lee. State Prison, Virginia. As you guys, before we get to the prison, I'm assuming you go over the dossier some.
Yeah, I was just about to say, do I need to read that before we get moving here?
You should glance at it if you can, but I'll give you the highlights. Richard Baedecker went to Cornell University at the age of 9. Graduated in 1990 when he was 14 years old. Master's of Science, Engineering. Took a gap year. Is currently serving multiple consecutive life sentences. Murder in the first degree, manufacturing of explosives, improper storage of explosives. Sentence is 104 years, so he's not going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Despite this, seems to have worked for DARPA, Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, on classified defense technologies, 2 of which, Kane, you recognize right away. Would be the section marked... 2 of which. Metropolitan and Top Hat. I don't know if you want to look at those.
Okay, and this is stuff that he worked on?
Yeah.
Or created?
A little bit of both. I would say those are 2 systems you're somewhat intimately familiar with.
Yeah.
As for the actual crime, he blew his parents up with a claymore.
Huh.
Yeah. Go ahead and just read the Psych Eval section. And let me know when you're ready. Or you can keep skimming it before you get there.
Dr. Park's notes?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want me to read it, Zach?
I'm reading it.
Huh.
We
I
both
figured I
read it,
might
right?
have.
Yeah, you both should. I figured you would.
Go
I
ahead.
figured I'd be too drunk to drive, so I could be the passenger. God damn, man. Fuck. This kid blew his parents. Yo, listen to this, dude. Dr. Part's notes. Combination of vigorous academic and parental pressures alongside retarded social skills and on-again, off-again abusive neglect behavior from his parents led to this horrific crime. Despite gruesome and brutal nature of his crime, subject displays remorse and exhibits no psychotic, sociopathic tendencies. Subject has remained a model prisoner since his initial incarceration and remains both feared and well-liked by fellow inmates and staff alike. Subject displays an affinity for classical music and botany and has been noted by correction officers as having regular conversations with his plants. Fucking weirdo, man. At some point during incarceration, subject found Christianity. Beliefs appear genuine. Yeah, I hope so. 104 years. See the cross. During therapy, subject routinely expresses both fear of death and fear of being free. Subject indicates attempts at legal appeal mostly to appease other inmates on C tier who urge him to get out. Subject confesses feelings of institutionalization, would not be able to function if you were often laments circumstances of upbringing, wish things had been different, overbearing father, you know the story. Man, this kid's fucked up, dude.
Maybe they deserved it.
Damn, that's cold.
Man, you don't talk to me this whole trip, and the only thing you say is some cold-hearted shit like that. You're fucked up too, man.
As you're going over the dossier, go ahead and make an alertness roll, Kane.
Have we fucking rolled one good one yet?
Not yet.
Game.
I did. I rolled something.
You guys
Got
are
more critical failures.
cruising down the highway. Something for a moment catches your eye in the conspiracy context section, but it passes as you're just caught up with how fucked up this kid is. You lose the thought. Cut over to the prison. Pan through cold concrete hallways, through dormitories packed with prisoners, some guys working out, some playing cards, making soups, bullshitting. Past guards, hard stairs, boring holes in the walls, some behind bulletproof glass in front of banks of monitors. One flipping through a well-worn Hustler magazine. It's had the ads long since torn out of it. The sign on the next building says, Secure Housing Unit, C tier. Inside, 6 doors line each side of a long, dreary hallway. A lone guard stands at the steel gate entrance. We pass by each cell in turn, some inmates reading, sleeping, jerking off. The buzz of the fluorescence is cloying, it's nauseating, bears down constantly like a vice. The final door is directly across from a metal stool, holds a single, antiquated 2-in-1 radio cassette player, nearly 20 feet from the door. A live version of Celebration of the Lizard by The Doors is playing. Inside the cell, a young Asian man stands, swaying gently, back and forth to the riff, clutching a Bible in his right hand. 3 very well-tended plants adorn the windowsill. Go ahead and describe yourself.
I'm about 6'1", about 140 pounds, very frail, clutching onto this Bible as if it's gonna follow me to the song, to the lyrics of the song, run with me, let's run, as I am neither contemplating my prison or escape, but almost fearing leaving my cell, swaying back and forth to the sounds of a song I heard once before in my home on what I could only recall as a good night when my father wasn't having his flashbacks or his PTSD. I've got very round, thick glasses that you would call like birth control glasses from the military. Black hair, very pale. I do not work out very often. Really spend time with all of my plants. Plants that I have named and speak to regularly. I look more Korean than I do American. But if you are primarily Korean, you'll know the difference, and if you are American, you will not. And I am whispering as the song is slowly but ending, Deuteronomy 31:6, be strong and courageous. Do not fear or be in dread of them. For it is the Lord your God who goes with you. He will not leave you or forsake you.
Are you whispering or praying to yourself, or are you talking to the plants too?
I'm talking loud enough for the plants to hear me, but not loud enough for anybody outside my cell to hear me.
Get an alertness roll.
Modifier value, nothing, right?
Yes, correct. They say nothing back. We cut to the parking lot outside. It's noon. The other pair of agents arrive, pulling up to one giant eyesore in the midst of all this green. Stop in front of a monolithic concrete building in a giant parking lot, just filled with cars. Are you both going in, or?
Yeah.
I would assume so.
All right.
What do you think, Marv? You want me to wait out here, or watch the car?
Sure. I'll leave him out there.
I'm like, yes. Like I tricked him, even though he's like, please don't fucking come.
All right.
Walk away from him as I watch him smoke with cigarette that's already too finished to get anything out of.
That I found on the ground in the parking lot.
Like goes and pulls a butt out of one of those like standing ashtrays. Like, oh god. All right, smooth as you step inside the lobby. It's all worn linoleum, black and white checkerboard floors, dingy old white brick, paint's chipped, fading. In the middle is a line with a pair of those guide ropes. They're sort of like seat belts, you know, and lead up to a metal detector manned by a team of COs. Sure, if you just pull the badge out, you'll be all right. Still have to put the weapon and stuff through the scanner, but or did you leave it in the car? It's up to you.
I show him the badge I was given. Stare straight face with it next to my face.
They nod, almost uncaring. One of the COs, he's a pimple-faced redhead. He's pretty young, early 20s maybe. His nameplate says Smith. Ushers you over towards one of those desks behind a thick piece of bulletproof glass. It's got a circular speaker cut into the center of it. Somewhere behind the glass, radio starts playing Hotel California by the Eagles. As you get close, there's an older woman, an obese, a very poor imitation of Nancy Sinatra's big, poofy hair. Placard reads, Tammy. She sits there, filing her nails in one hand, almost bored. Yeah, what can I do for y'all? Oh, hey, Marshall. We were expecting you. Warden said your office called this morning. You're here for Baedecker, right?
I nod accordingly.
She goes, okay. Let me see your paperwork, darling.
I hand her our paperwork.
She
Make
just
a lighthearted joke about being uncomfortable with the person that we're speaking about.
Oh. You never met him before, huh? She says, like, somewhat absent-mindedly as she's flipping through these papers. I know what he did was horrible, but he's just the sweetest thing. You'll see. Okay, this looks good. I'm gonna need a copy of your ID, though.
I hand her the ID appointed to me by the agency.
All right. All right. Be back in a jiffy, she says. She disappears. Walks through a door at the back of her office.
Can't blame Tammy, right?
Caught that one, did you?
I did.
And roll alertness. So you're standing here like a fish out of water.
Alertness.
Hey,
Fuck.
crushed it, baby. COs out of your periphery, they seem like they're staring. After a couple minutes, you realize they're just bored, fixated on the wall, a little bit over your shoulder. As you breathe out, you are acutely aware of the cameras watching you in this very still, very unbusy lobby. Lots and lots of cameras. She's gone a long time. Uncomfortably long. Minutes have passed. A lot of minutes. Hotel California is somehow still playing. Could have sworn it wasn't this long. The air conditioning in this place, if it ever worked, it's long since expired. The hum of 4 or 5 industrial fans ripped straight out of the 1950s were constant, but not enough to drown out the dad rock. Behind the glass, the door opens with a slow creak. Tammy steps back into the room, all smiles. Sorry about that. They're bringing him out now. You want some tea, baby?
Decline politely.
20 minutes later, 2 guards arrive. They small Asian man in tow. One of them, his name tag reads Johnson, hands a clipboard over for you to sign.
I scribble nonsense in this shape of a signature at the bottom of the form, hand it back to him.
He studies it for a few moments, carefully, before pivoting and walking back into the tiers, leaving Richard Baedecker in your custody. Car's waiting outside.
All right. I'm going to point in the direction he's to follow. Kind of give him a nudge in the back. Stay close to him as we head out the door.
I gently give him a short bow as I see him.
All right.
Escort him to the car with shit faces out there waiting, trying to get the last drop out of his flask as it's empty.
Do I see him like walking out of the prison?
Oh, for sure.
How far away is our car? Is it like, or do you want me to roll alertness real quick?
Yeah, go ahead and roll alertness. You see, they had to, you guys are parked in front of this building here, so I don't know where you parked in the lot, basically. Ooh,
I would imagine somewhere closer to the back, but
critical success.
you sure?
Yeah, you see him coming for sure.
Are there any lights or control boxes like control panels or anything that I see as I'm walking with him?
You came through an administrative hub. I would say with a critical success, Jason, you see from your spot in the parking lot, you see them like wheel him around the road on a golf cart to the back of this facility, and then you see them walking out of it as well. So you're like you didn't like come through the prison proper. They kind of like brought you out through the admin area.
I'm outside then?
Yeah.
Okay. I look smooth up and down, and I mumble under my breath, when I'm afraid, I'll put my trust in you. And I start to slowly walk at an 11-degree angle in the direction away from him. As we're walking in a straight line, I start to veer to the right by about 11%.
What the
Very slowly.
What the fuck? All right.
my eyes are fixated on everything but whatever it is he's come here for. As I'm tasting freedom again.
All right.
Do I?
Is it Blake's
you-
turn?
Would you say? Well, there's no.
It's not like turns until it's combat. Yeah, generally anyone can go whenever.
Would you?
We'll just apologize to each other when we talk over. That's all.
Yeah.
Would you say with my critical that I see him start to wander off like from smooth?
Yeah. It's not.
Is it like?
It's not much. I mean, 11 degrees is just a little bit. You know.
It'll build up though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of like, again, I'm in the car, radio turned all the way up. I see him come out. You know, like, I'm imagining I'm kind of sitting there like, shit, baby, and have like the rear view. You know, I'm like kind of aiming it. I'm like, and just see him start to, you know,
split from the Jolly Black Giant. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll be like, what the fuck, and like unbuckle my seatbelt and get out of the.
I kind of nervously look back at Smooth as we are walking, and I kind of stop for just a half second to kind of go down and reach towards my ankle. I've had ankle cuffs on the whole time. I've had them on before, and I'm just kind of going down to gently rub at my ankle as I take what looks like a half sprinter stance.
I'll grab the small Asian man by the collar and shake my head no as calmly as possible, not in fear of losing this prisoner whatsoever.
Moleo.
Drag him forcefully to the back of the car where Kane's waiting.
Chosong hamnida.
Go in the back of the car. Tell Kane to make sure he doesn't pull anything fast.
Yeah, I wouldn't fuck with him, dude. He hasn't talked to me. It's been like 8 hours.
Moleo.
Yeah.
Do you even speak Korean?
Yeah, it's kind of, you may not remember, but it's kind of like he picked it up when he got to prison.
Yeah, it's like patois.
So it's like broken. It's like bad. It's like bad Korean. It's like basic Korean phrases too.
They don't get much. It's only basic cable in here, but they do get GOM TV, so they can watch StarCraft replays.
Hell yeah.
Oh, Plago!
Start the car.
Are you driving?
You're driving.
Yeah, we gotta talk logistics here, because it's nearly 13 hours to where you're going.
What?
Best case.
Before we drive again, I'm gonna tell Smooth, be like, hey man, 1 second. I'm gonna go check out the trunk again. He's like just in handcuffs in the back?
I don't think he's in handcuffs at all, is he?
Well, it's up to you guys. I mean, I figured for appearance's sake, until he gets in the car, you're gonna keep him on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have no ankle braces, but I definitely have handcuffs on for sure.
I'm gonna pull one of the Glocks out of the bag and get in the car and like literally like just have my finger in the trigger guard.
I figured you guys already had them like holstered and everything since you changed and got the suits on and all that shit. So, because I know he had his. Yeah,
there's 2 more in the trunk.
No, you don't have your personal 23. I don't think you could have brought with you on the plane.
All right. Well, then I tell Kane to grab everything we need, and assumingly he brings me mine.
Yeah.
What else? Is there anything like restraint wise back there?
Well, there's like zip ties and stuff, sure, but
I gotcha. But yeah,
actually,
I'll hop in the driver's seat.
make a criminology roll as you're looking at this felony basket waiting to happen in the back. Yeah, it's definitely a disposal kit. Covers just about every situation you could think of.
Such as?
Getting rid of bodies, getting rid of forensics, getting rid of evidence.
Huh. Okay. Well, I'll pop back in the car after having it running. Like I said, just kind of brandish the gun a little bit. And then, like, as I'm shaking, I'm like, oh, this fucking safety's not on. And as I start it and put it in drive, I'll put the rear view and, like, have it aimed at the seat. Like, keep an eye on him.
All right. How do you guys want to split the division of labor here? Like I said, it's about 13 hours. You've both been up since 5 a.m. It is now 1:15 p.m. Got a long way to go. Best case, you're going to get to where you're going at 2 in the morning. And you know that your next objective is to get into a P.O. box, which I'm sure the post office doesn't open until 7. That's probably generous given to the government, but
What do you say? What do you say about this? I'll say I'll drive about, I don't know. Smooth isn't much of a talker, I've gathered. So I'll drive about like 5 hours, 6 hours, and be like, hey man, like, you want to drive? I really don't mind, but been a minute.
Yeah, we're in agreement. It goes without saying.
all right. Who's up first?
I was gonna,
Okay, go. Say what you're going to say. Don't worry about it.
I was gonna say, no, really, I don't mind, and I pull a white vial out of my. And before he can respond, I just like hit one hand on the wheel. And I'll keep driving.
Oh, you're going to do the whole thing? Okay. All right.
Try. If you need me to roll for that or whatever, I will too.
Smooth, are you going to sleep a little bit? Are you going to try? Or no?
No, I stay awake the
Okay.
entire time.
Well, we'll
Just
we'll
arms crossed,
we'll,
looking at
yeah, just fucking staring at him. We'll see. There
I'm
might
staring into the mirror. I got the mirror down to stare at the prisoner in the back seat.
This is a Crown Vic, right?
Yeah,
What's that gas tank look like?
that's a good question. I don't know. Not that great. I don't think.
And
I
what
want
kind
him
of?
out.
This is what? We're in 2004. What kind of stereo does this have?
Your typical. It's got a cassette deck.
Cassette.
It's a '99 Crown Vic, so
Okay.
oldie. 19 miles to the gallon.
19 miles to go. How many miles we
probably-
got?
About 361 miles per tank. Then, you got to go
I gotta
from
fill up like twice,
yeah.
like one full fill up, and then stop to get gas again, and we'll make it there on that.
You see how many miles this is? 1 sec. 788 miles. Yeah, like 1.5 or 2.5 maybe. Depends on a couple of things going to happen real quick. So, all right. First things first. Let me get one navigate roll apiece.
You just hear Jesus take the wheel behind you.
Oh no, he's driving too. No. That is a critical. That is a critical failure, by the way. Oh man, 99. That's great. Uh huh.
I just took the southbound exit north for 4 hours, just coked out of my mind.
Just rubbing your teeth the whole time.
Yeah.
Might as well have Baedecker do it too, because there's an Atlas in the car and there ain't shit else to do in there.
Sure, why not?
Dude, he rolled a 9 under 10. It's the only success.
Holy shit.
Let's see. Blake, go ahead and roll 1d6 for me. All right, so it's about 2 hours going the wrong direction. Baedecker takes a look at the exit you just passed and back to the map. What do you say?
Me?
Yeah.
So I just turn back and I see we just passed the wrong exit, and I just take the map and I just start kind of like tapping my fingers on it, and I just look up and I go, wrong way. And I just keep doing that.
Give me that map. And I take the map and I like fully unfold it in front of my, like on the wheel, like.
Smooth just reaches over and grabs it.
What are we supposed to do? Neither one of us can roll a fucking drive or navigate and save our lives
Oh,
in a car.
We're gonna get there too, so hang on. This is mostly for timing. It's not like you can't drive or what have you, but
Yeah.
all right, so Blake, go ahead, roll drive.
Sick. Can't wait.
Oh yeah.
Sick, dude. Sick.
I flip the fucking car.
So crazy. You get pulled over.
We get pulled over for real?
A fucking Virginia state trooper stops you, and you have to spend 35 extra minutes explaining that you're marshals and you're on the way, and he corrects you with adequate directions to get you reoriented.
Be cool, man. Be cool.
Now 2.5 now 2.5 hours behind schedule. Okay. Go ahead and each of you guys roll. If you look at your sheet up at the very top in the stats, go ahead and click Constitution and roll that once apiece. This will determine how many times you need to stop for snacks, bathroom breaks, etc. All right. 3 successes. Very good, very good. So, go ahead. Anybody, just one person, go ahead and roll 1d2. One. All right. So, it takes all of 14 hours.
To get a 5-hour drive done?
No, you're going 12 hours basically. Is how far away it was.
It's not bad considering we went 2 hours in the wrong direction.
Yeah, the guy who hasn't been out of prison knows the way based on the map.
Okay, so that's what, 3 a.m. You guys arrive in Schenectady, New York. What's the game plan moving forward? You guys want to chance a hotel? Are you gonna sleep in a parking lot somewhere? Are you gonna sleep at all, or?
We've got 4 hours until the post office opens.
Yeah.
I'm already asleep in the back of the car.
Okay.
Pull over and park at a park, or there's a lot of greenery out there.
I've been asleep since we got pulled over by the trooper, since after we got the proper directions.
I wouldn't mind hitting like a little like highway, like by the hour real sketch. Like
Truck
if
stop.
anyone does ask questions, we can just pay them off or put a gun in their face. You know what I mean?
This is the wrong campaign.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're welcome to do so. 100%. I just want to remind you that you are members of an illegal conspiracy, and every action you do that draws sight to you. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just giving you the heads up. Somebody's name's got to go somewhere, unless it's like a no-tell, motel, cash kind of place. But
No.
Well,
We're
that's
pulling
what I
over
was
at
saying,
a fucking
like
park. We're taking turns between one of us nodding out outside of the car and one of us staying awake inside the car.
all right. Has Baedecker been changed yet? Because you did have like clothes and the fake ID for him too.
No, still cuffed, still in my my jumpsuit.
And we're okay with that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we didn't really get much direction. Like we were just like transport
it's-
him. I figured it was like a no questions asked kind of like
Yeah.
drop him off here. You don't need to know anything.
Yeah, bro, that's why I'm trying to do as little interacting with him as possible.
Yeah.
I mean, she did say he's the third member of your team, to be fair, but good points across the board. I understand. I was a little vague. Get used to it.
I mean,
Yeah.
Blake's got to be the friendly one.
All right, so it is
Also, just to be clear, we're on a
4 in the morning.
sanitized mission. We're on a sanitized mission.
Well, you don't know.
Retired, right?
You don't know that
No,
yet.
I don't know that.
But yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I didn't read that document fully because it was kind of like obvious. I understand it has a lot of what he did and like his background, but like, there's nothing in here about like what we're going to do because I feel like she didn't really describe much.
Right. That's in the post office.
Even if he is our partner, it feels like he doesn't want to be a part of it at all.
Yeah, I'm cool with being wary. Like, I mean, I trust Smooth just because like we were both like obviously hired, like kind of thing. But this situation's like, I'm kind of down to post office, like figure out what's going on.
Okay.
Smooth's cool with that. I'm having this conversation with him.
Yeah. You can unlock handcuffs off him if you want.
I look back at him. Is he still asleep?
Yeah, we'll say I'm asleep.
Yeah, like, he looks pretty comfy to me.
Well,
Leave him be then.
or is still like 4 a.m. You guys are doing this?
Yeah.
Okay. Blake, Kane has a sleep disorder, so we got to see he's got a little specific mechanic for trying to sleep. Who's on watch first? You or Smooth?
Oh, I would say that I'm pretty wired. I'm like, dude, you might as well go on ahead and get some sleep. I'll take my headphones out and kind of like pop them in and just.
Got like a Walkman.
Yeah.
What's banging on that thing?
Dude, literally, I'm envisioning just like the soundtrack from Galaxy.
Yeah, just like REO Speedwagon and 80s greatest hits type shit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Smooth, go ahead and...
I'm outside the car smoking a cigarette on the hood, just like...
Yeah. So you can mitigate losing willpower from lack of sleep and exhaustion and stuff by stimulants. That includes cigarettes, but also especially things like Coke. So...
Perfect.
Smooth, I'd say you take 1 point of willpower damage. You can reduce that 15 to a 14 temporarily until you sleep properly, like 8 hours again. Kane, you don't have to because you're absolutely zooted, but there will be a crash later if you're not careful.
Oh, there'll be a crash.
That's good. Did he mention he's a pilot? Did he mention he's a pilot, ladies and gentlemen? Or I can do it on your sheet, Zach, if you want me to.
Oh, I have to change it, you're saying?
Yeah, so I'll just bump that. Just bumps it to a 14.
Which one?
Willpower. I bumped it down to 14.
Okay. Thank you.
So when you sleep, when you sleep properly, you're able to recover a certain amount of that, and that you use that to project sanity onto your bonds or resist temporary insanity, which we'll get to that if we get to that. But
Okay.
I know I've established very early on in this campaign that I'm damaged goods. But I would like to say that I think when I need to lock in, I will. So with that being said, as I'm sitting on the car, just kind of smoking a cigarette, looking around, I'm on watch. So I will roll alert if that's possible, just to see if I see anything.
Yeah.
We're just in this park, right?
they're in a park. Yeah, we can say that one. That's fine.
Yeah. Cool. Reigns of Africa by Toto is playing on my Walkman right now, by the way.
Incredible.
Dun, 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 dun.
While Smooth is trying to sleep, I would like to start making enough noise to, because I'm trying to get my cuffs off. I like to make enough noise. It's not even that I'm trying to get my cuffs off. I'm just growing incredibly uncomfortable by having them on for this extended period of time. And I'm kind of jittering in the back.
Would I hear that with my alert?
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe I was thinking that whoever was taking turns, one of us was like kind of trying to nod out, like leaned against the car on the outside of the car.
Yeah.
And the
I
other
was-
one stays in the car.
Oh, so the alert person's in the car?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're like trying to like shake your handcuffs at him, and he's just totally ignoring you. Dun 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 dun. Take me away from here.
Just pounding darts back to back inside the car, windows up.
I'm eyeing the Walkman very carefully.
Would I notice anything with that 66?
66.
Percent? Oh wait, what did I get? Oh,
That's a 95.
It didn't. All right. Well, yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
Through the haze of what's your brand, by the way?
Oh, dude, I'm a Camel Blue Wide guy.
Okay. So the haze of camel smoke, the fugue of shitty thirsty beaver coke, just procured in the bathroom from a guy named Jimbo.
Had a bunch of lightning tattoos.
21 hours. Yeah, he must be a Mighty Ducks fan. I don't know about that. 21 hours awake.
I'd like to tap him on the shoulder and then roll persuade to get him to take these cuffs off me.
You're welcome to try.
Okay. So I tap you on the shoulder real quick.
Yo.
I just kind of put the cuffs out in front of him, and I just say meekly and quietly, please take them off. And I'm gonna hit persuade.
Yeah.
Roll human, Kane. And say what you were gonna say. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Well, does the car have like like that middle seatbelt thing for like the metal hook, like
Yeah.
for like child seats and shit?
Yeah.
I'll just shrug and be like, meow, and I'll just like unhook one of the arms and latch it onto that, and then just shrug at him.
All
You're
right.
just hearing really broken Korean. Gam sahib dina.
Yeah, sure. Gum style.
All right. So we'll say the rest of the night goes on like this. I mean, it's dark. It's peaceful as the sun comes up. There's not a lot of foot traffic in this part of the town. Not a lot of crime in Schenectady, not really. So it's not like you're hassled. There's no patrols. There's nothing coming past. 7 o'clock rolls around. Zach, how much time do you have, by the way?
In real life?
Looking at it, I didn't want to interrupt, but yeah, I gotta leave here soon.
Sorry.
How soon is soon?
I mean, like any minute, I need to start getting prepared to go. It would be nice because I gotta like, she's been gone, so like I've let the house look disgusting, and I gotta like run around in a circle for at least 10 minutes, picking shit up and moving shit.
Or,
That's my go-to.
Maybe
all right.
light a candle, and like just make it seem like I wasn't playing Baldur's Gate for 72 hours straight in my underwear, unbathed,
Hell yeah.
Dejan.
eating only bagel bites and ice cream for like every
Hell
meal.
yeah.
The American
Hell
dream, baby.
yeah.
Literally let me live vicariously through you, brother.
Well, I mean, it's over now. She's coming back, and I gotta fucking